Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Matrix 301 webinar. My name is Robert Rodriguez with your Miami Association of Realtors. Today, we are also joined by Maggie Curiel, another Miami trainer. She'll be joining us via the chat. If anyone has any questions during our presentation, feel free to chat with Maggie and she will respond to your questions. We are recording our session, and as always, we like to place our videos inside of our YouTube channel. And our YouTube channel is Miami Trainers. You'll notice that inside of Miami Trainers, we have broken down all of our videos by playlist, so it's very simple for you to find. You can simply go to playlist and find your videos for Matrix, for RPR, for IMAP, and many others. So very simple playlist inside of Miami Trainers, and our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Miami Trainers. If you look inside your chat, you'll see that Maggie already placed the address for our YouTube channel, as well as Miami Realtors Live. Miami Realtors Live can be found inside of your Miami dashboard by selecting Miami Realtors Live. And in here, not only do you have the Miami trainer videos, but you also have all the webinars that are hosted by the Miami Association of Realtors. You'll find them inside of Miami Realtors Live. So let's get started. This is, of course, Matrix 301. We are going to go over the CMA, which is the Comparative Market Analysis Report inside of Matrix. We're also going to go over the Market Watch, the Hot Sheet, and some statistics. Okay. Remember, we do have Matrix 101, 201, and 301. We also have an MLS 401 class, which covers the entry of a listing and the managing of your listings. So please look out for that. If we don't have it again this month, you can always go to our YouTube channel and you can repeat the MLS 401 class. Let's get started by running a CMA. This is a part of the Matrix tool that allows you to run a comp analysis on any property. We're going to start by selecting search and selecting RE1, RE2, because we're going to run a CMA for a single family home. Before I get into the CMA, I want to mention that we do have a CMA workshop class, which is held monthly. And in this CMA workshop class, you are going to master the art of the CMA, not just with Matrix, but also with IMAP and RPR. It is a great class for all realtors, all beginners that are trying to learn how to run comp analysis, and even seasoned realtors. When you want to master that CMA, you can always attend the the CMA workshop. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Single family home, we're going to select active. We're also going to select closed sale. All right, we're going to select closed sale 0 to 180 days. That's going to go back 6 months. If you needed to check within 1 year, you simply switch this to 365. Or if you wanted to check 90 days, then you'll switch this to 90 days. We're going to leave it at closed sale 0 to 180 days. We are going to select single family home and also type of property, single. Up here where it says within and then 0.25, we're going to switch this to half a mile, which is 0.5. We're going to look half a mile around a subject property. To the right, we are going to enter the subject property address. So in here, we're going to choose an address that I have designated as an example, which is 1020 Obispo Avenue in Coral Gables. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3,100 square foot home. So we're going to select it. Notice now how it says map area selected. That means that Matrix was able to locate the subject property address, okay? Very important. If you do not see map area selected, then you're not concentrating on that subject property and you're gonna have way too many results. You're gonna have over 5,000 results. So make sure that we do select the address. Now to the right-hand side, you're going to concentrate on bedrooms. If you want exactly the same amount of bedrooms and the same amount of bathrooms, then just go ahead and put in 4 for bedrooms and 3 for bathrooms. That's going to equal the same amount of bedrooms and bathrooms that the subject property has. If you needed to do a range, you can always do 4 and then also -5, and that's going to do a range, or you can do 4+ or 4-, okay? we're going to stick with 4-3. And notice now we have 12 matches. All right, so we went from 68 matches all the way down to 12 matches. For square feet living area, we're going to put in a square foot range, normally about a 20% difference in size. So if the house is 3,100 square feet, we're going to do about a 20% difference in size. I'm going to just estimate that we're going to put in 2,500 for a minimum, and then we're going to go up another 600. Okay, so from 3,100 up to 3,700. Okay, so we subtracted 600 and we added 600, and that leaves us with a range and with 4 matches. All right, I feel pretty confident now in selecting results because I've sorted, or I filtered my results down to only 4. Okay, we do have 3 sales and 1 active listing. Okay, we have 3 sales and 1 active listing. We're going to select the 3 sales, all right? And then we're going to check that active listing and see in what conditions this house is in. This is a 2,644 square foot home, a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. We're going to open the pictures and we're going to see, does it compare to your subject property? Okay. So taking a look at the photos, I'm going to say that this property does not compare to my subject property because I know for a fact the subject property is in better conditions with a swimming pool. So we're going to not use that listing. The idea about behind finding comparables is that you need to find properties that are similar in size and in appearance to your subject property. Now we do have a house here listed or that's sold for $2,200,000. That is a lot higher than what I, foresee my subject property selling for. So once again, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to see that this house looks way nicer than our subject property. Okay, so you can always go back here and remove this one from your comparables. If you need to find more comps, you can always go back to criteria and you can make minor adjustments. So for example, I can do this, 3 to 4 bedrooms, okay? And I just picked up another comparable. We're gonna click on results and we just picked up another comparable, and let's select this comp, this one, and this one. We're going to leave out the one that sold for $2.2 million, and we're going to leave out the listing that is active at $894,000, okay? We're going to select those 3, and now we're going to click on CMA. But before I do, I want to show you a very simple comp analysis that you guys can do with Matrix, and that is by clicking print. You're going to select print, and when you select print, you're going to look at the bottom of your list and you're going to find the CMA one-line summary report and then also your 3-up comparison. This is sort of a CMA that we can give our buyers or sellers that don't really need a large presentation. They just need to see the comparables up and in person. All right, it's an excellent report. We're going to select CMA one-line summary report and your 3-up comparison. And we're going to select print to PDF and show you that you have your comparative market analysis here. To the right, you do have sold price, $1,025,000, $1,003,000, and $1,545,000. And then the average sold price of all 3 is $1,290,000. To the right, we have the days on market, DOM. You have 86, 63, and 58, with the average days on market being 69 days. Each property and the percentage that is sold off of the original price. This property sold at 85.77% of the original price. They originally wanted to sell the property at $1,195,000, but ended up selling at $1,025,000. This property sold at 96% of the original price. Their original list price was $1,350,000 and it sold at $1,300,000. And then this property sold at 93.69% of the original price. Originally, they were asking $1,649,000, ended up selling it at $1,545,000. So here we have our three comps with our averages. You have the average price per square foot of $462.63 a square foot. And what you like to do is that you like to multiply the $462.63 times the 3,100 square feet for the subject property. And once you do that, you actually arrive at a price for your subject property, okay? Underneath, you do have the side-by-side comparisons that shows your customer, each property, and each property detail. So it's an excellent report. It's a quick report that you can always do by selecting your comps and then going to print and then selecting the CMA one-line summary report and your three-up comparison. Now, if what you need is more of a presentation, then you want to go back to results and then you want to select CMA, which is in the bottom. You want to select CMA, and this is going to allow you to build out your presentation. You will notice that you have pages, you have subject, cover page, your comparables, you have mapping, adjustments, pricing, and then finish. We're going to begin with the first page, which is here. We're going to select a contact. If you are doing this for one of your contacts, you're going to select the contact. Then you select a language. We have CMA's in English and in Spanish. You're going to put in a description. So here I'm going to put in Matrix 301 class. And then we're going to move on to the next page, which is pages. For pages, you have the available pages lined up to the left, and then you have the selected pages, which means the pages you are using on the left, on the right-hand side. What I will do to show you is I'm going to select all the pages that I have already selected, okay? And then I'm going to delete them by selecting the X, which is on the right-hand side. So right now, I am at the same position as you will be, where we're looking at the pages section and no pages have been selected. So you're going to look on the left-hand side and we're going to open up cover. We're going to click on the plus sign for subject and adjustments, for comparables, for static, and then for map. We're going to open these categories up and we're going to now start selecting the pages we'd like to see in our CMA. You have the cover sheet or the cover sheet with the agent photo. So if you want to appear on the cover sheet with your photo, then you select cover sheet with agent photo. It is not necessary to select both, okay? Under subject and adjustments, we have summary list or pricing adjustment. I always like to go with the summary list. Now the pricing adjustments, you can always select this and you can always work adjustments out inside of your matrix CMA if needed. But if you selected properties that are similar in size to your subject property, there is no need to make adjustments. Like I did, I went with properties that are similar in size with the bedrooms and bathrooms being equal, okay? I'm going to include it, okay? So you guys can see how we work adjustments inside of Matrix. Now you have list price and sales price chart. We're going to select that. And then you have the option to select from a brief CMA report or a more complete professional CMA report. I always like to go with the professional, which offers me much more than just a brief CMA report. We're going to select the pricing recommendation. It is an important page of the CMA that allows you to recommend a price. Then underneath static, you are going to select from a variety of flyers that are available to you. My favorite always tends to be benefits of using a realtor, which explains to the customer why you are so important in this transaction. It talks about the marketing of the property, the security of the property, negotiating a great price, and all the way through closing. It's a great flyer that explains why realtors are so important in a transaction. You have several flyers here that are really nice. There's activity versus timing. There's guarantee to you. There's effective overpricing and many others. I invite you to create a CMA with all of these and select which is your favorite flyer. So when you start building your CMA, you use your favorite flyer, okay? Underneath you have CMA map. We're gonna select CMA map. Now it's time to arrange our pages. So you see CMA map, I'm going to move it up by selecting the arrow. Then we're gonna move it up and we're gonna place it just underneath list price and sales price chart. Adjustments, we're going to move it down and then we're gonna place adjustments right underneath professional report. Okay, so I have the CMA cover sheet with the agent photo. I have the summary list. I have the list price, sales price chart. I have the CMA map. I have the professional report, pricing adjustments, pricing recommendation, and then the benefits of using a realtor. If you wanted to upload a flyer from your computer, you can always go to the lower left corner where it says manage custom pages or upload custom pages, and Matrix allows you to upload up to 5 different flyers from your computer. So you'll see here that I already have 5 flyers in here. So whether you have a CMA that you did in IMAP or any other program and you wanted to use it in this report, you can go here and then you can upload by selecting choose file, and you can upload a PDF file from your computer. Once you upload it, then you want to select that PDF flyer like I am going to do right now. And then you're going to decide whether you want to add a header to this flyer or not. In my case, I do not want to add a header. Okay. So now we're selecting this one. We're going to select it. And now you're going to go cancel. And you see it right here, Miami link to the world. That's the one I want to use. So we're going to select it. And now that becomes the last flyer on my CMA report. Okay. Now, when you're finished, you want to go to the lower right corner, click on set as default. Like this, you don't ever have to worry about your CMA pages. This is your default. This is how every CMA will come out. Okay. Let's move on now to subject. And if the subject property is a listing inside of the MLS, then you can always search for the listing by putting in here the MLS number. Or if you don't know the MLS number, if the subject property is in the MLS, you can always search for the subject property by selecting search for a cross-property listing. If the subject property is not on the MLS and has not been on the MLS in the last 10 years, then you would need to enter the subject property fields manually. So let me click on this here and show you what you're going to have to enter manually if the subject property does not exist in the MLS. You have to enter the street address, just simple features such as bedrooms and bathrooms and square footage. And then you want to enter a photo for the property and any remarks and map location. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Okay. So fill from search right here. And then we're going to search for the property by selecting search for cross property. And all I'm going to do, okay, is remove the statuses. Okay. Remove the statuses. And then I'm going to click here where it says street address and put in 1020 Obispo. And you see that we have one match. That means the subject property has been on the MLS regardless of the status in the past 10 years. So we're going to select results. Okay. We're going to select results. We're going to confirm that that is 1020 Obispo Avenue. It was an expired listing. So we're going to select, and then we're going to click on fill from selected. All this does, folks, is it fills out the fields for us. Otherwise, we were going to fill them out manually ourselves, okay? So we have everything done. We have here, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's actually total of 3,500 square feet. That's the square feet total. Actually, we know, because I can check in IMAP, that the living area square feet is 3,100 square feet. So I'm going to change the square feet because it is not 3,500, it's 3,100 square feet, okay? You're gonna see that we do not have a photo on the right-hand side for the property, and we do have the map location set. So if you wanna add a photo, you're gonna click on Browse, and then we're gonna look for a photo. Let me just click here and look for a nice photo of a house. All right, give me 1 second here. And I'm just going to select from my computer a nice looking photo of a house. And here we go. All right, so we uploaded the photo. You can enter some remarks if you like, and then that's it. You're finished with this page, and you're ready to move to the next page, which is cover, okay? Here's the cover sheet. It is going to include the subject property photo, and then your agent information with your photo. You can always edit your information by selecting Edit My Information here, or you can override your information for this CMA only by selecting Override My Information for this CMA. Next up, we have comparables. We have already chosen our comparables, so there's no need to do anything. You can click on Add from My Listings or Add from My Cart, all right, if you wanted to add more comparables. So there's no need to do anything here. We've already chosen our comparables. Here's the map, and when we select map, you're going to see the subject property and then the comps within the area, okay? Adjustments, here's where you're gonna make adjustments if needed. So you're going to look here and you're going to see that you can make adjustments based on bedrooms, bathrooms, swimming pool, stories, square footage on the properties. All right, so you can make adjustments. And all you need to do for adjustments is basically change the square foot value of this property, and this property if this square feet total is wrong. I know that that's the total square feet. So you want to come here and you want to put in the living area square feet for each. But for that, I would have to go back to Matrix and check out the living area square feet of each of my comparables. And if you don't know how to do that, we're going to go back to comparables, and then we're going to select this one here, okay? And you're going to see that the living area for this is actually 2906. 2906. So you want to go back, right, to adjustments, and we're looking at the 1,500,000 here, and that's 2906, okay? And now for the one that's listed, that's sold at 1,300,000, we're gonna go back to your comparables, okay? Here's the one for 1,300,000, and the living area here is 2628. So go back to adjustments, and then here for the 1,300,000 is 2628. I hope you see what we're doing. We're actually making adjustments on this property and for this comparable, okay? Now for the one that sold at 1,025,000, okay, we're gonna go back to the comparables, and then we're gonna go to the final comp, which is the one that sold at 1,025,000. And here we have a subject property with a square foot value of 2835. So let's go back here, and then we're gonna put in 2825, okay? The reason we go by square feet living area is because that is what is under AC. You do not go by the total square foot value. You go by the square feet living area. So we have corrected now our square foot totals for the comps, that's going to be adjusting the price quite a bit. You see here, we have the new figures on the price, the low, and then the low adjusted price. You have the low here, or the median, and the median adjusted price. You have the average and the average adjusted price, and we have the high and the high adjusted price. So it actually helped us by changing the square foot totals. It helped us on our pricing, okay? We're gonna now go into pricing, and you're gonna see that we have a low, a median, an average, and then a high. Right around average is 1,290,000. Right around the median is 1,000,003. So for suggested list price, you want to enter whatever you feel the subject property is worth in that range. So let's say we wanted to list our property at 1,425,000. So we're going to put in here a dollar symbol. Okay, we can put in dollar symbol and then 1,000,000, 425, 000. Okay, Matrix will create a phrase that tells them what the suggested list price is based on your study. Now, if you don't like that phrase and you want to put in your own, then you can simply type your own phrase here that tells the customer what the property is worth. Okay? We're going to leave the 1,425,000 there for the suggested price. You can type in any notes that you'd like under the notes section. And then the last step is to click on finish. And you guys will notice that Matrix auto saves everything inside of the program. So it is already saved today at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. We're going to select now view CMA or email CMA. We're going to click on view CMA, and here is your Matrix CMA report for 1020 Obispo Avenue. Let's wait for it to generate. And here it is. Comparative market analysis. You have the cover page with your with the property photo prepared for the customer and then prepared by yourself. Here's the subject property address and your photo and your contact information on the lower left corner of the cover page. Now we have the summary of comparables. So we have a summarized comp list here. Okay. You're going to have here the list price and sales price chart. You have your CMA map layout. You have over here 1316 Obispo Avenue. You have 838 Milan Avenue. And then you have 1414 Caprice Street. These are your three comps. Here we have the CMA professional report that contains the charts for each property with a color identifying each property. And more charts here, and this is going to be for the price per square foot. And right here, we're telling you that the lowest price is 1,025,000, the highest price is 1,545,000 with an average price of 1,290,000, and your average price per square feet is $462 a square foot. This is your professional CMA report, and here we have your property adjustments, letting them know that we did adjust the value of the square footage. You have the old value here, and to the right, we have the new value of 2825. Okay. Next up is you have the pricing recommendation. It says, after analyzing your property, comparable properties on the market now, recent sales and comparable properties that failed to sell, I conclude that in the current market, your property is most likely to sell for $1,425,000. So once again, that's a phrase that is created for you in the pricing recommendation. And if you wanted to type up another phrase, you can go back to that page where we put in the 1,425,000 and you can type it up on your own. Okay. Now we have that static flyer that I talked about, benefits of using a realtor. It goes over the importance of pricing, marketing, and then also security negotiating, and then closing. I just think it's an excellent flyer that explains our job and what we do. Then the last flyer is the one that I included from from my desktop, which is a flyer that explains all the different websites that as a listing agent you place your listings in. So for example, your listings go in realtor.com, they go into Zillow, Yahoo, and many others. And that's a flyer that can be found inside of the Miami Association of Realtors. All right, by going to miamirealtors.com and searching for the flyer in marketing tools. All right, folks, this is your CMA report from Matrix. I think it's an excellent report that you'll need if you need to do a presentation. Once again, I repeat, only if you need to do a presentation. If you've got a buyer who just needs comps, this is really not something you do for them. You're going to just go and select print, remember, and then CMA one-line summary report, and that should be sufficient, okay? And this is going to be the simple version of the CMA, which is one I'll use to give a customer that wants to see comps. Now, your CMA is saved inside of Matrix by going to My Matrix and then My CMAs. You'll see it right here. And that's going to include your CMAs inside of Matrix. It's going to hold your CMAs for the next 180 days. So if you do have many CMAs in here, you can always sort by last modified or when created. So if I click on when created, you're going to notice that today's CMA is at 9:44 a.m. and the one previous to that was done in February, and then another one in January. So I'm going in order by date created. Okay, you can always click here to edit your CMA, view your CMA, email your CMA, or delete your CMA altogether. This is My Matrix, My CMAs. Let's go ahead and click on My Matrix. And again, if you want to review more on CMAs, please attend our CMA workshop class where we go more in depth in how to choose the right properties for your comp analysis. Now let's go ahead and move on to stats, Matrix stats. We also have another class for this, and that's called Matrix stats, or no, it's called Market Stats with Matrix, RPR, and more. And it's an excellent class taught by your Miami trainers, and it is held monthly. You can also go to our YouTube channel and review it. It's a great class that talks about stats, not just on Matrix, but also inside of the Miami Realtors and your Sun stats from your Florida Realtors and your stats on RPR. So right here, I just want to take you to our stats section inside of Matrix and show you that you have presets. These are default reports created for you. And all you need to do is click on one of them and then enter your criteria and run your stat lines. So here, we have historical count of active listings, okay? That means I want to see how many active listings we have today and then going back as far as 10 years. So we're gonna select historical count of active listings and we're gonna select single family home in Miami-Dade County. You can do it by area, zip code. You can do it by subdivision name. You can do it by city. Okay. And then we're going to select generate, and we're going to see that in Miami-Dade County, okay, you look at the chart in Miami-Dade County for January 2021, all right, so February is not yet ready, but for January 2021, we're looking at a very low inventory, right? You guys are aware that we are experiencing a low inventory of single family homes. All right, so right around 4,000 or just above 4,000 listings in the MLS for single family homes in Miami-Dade County. If you want to see the numbers, you click on data right here on the upper right corner, and you're gonna see that in February of 2021, we had 4,205 active listings. Now, how is that number compared to last year at this point? Well, it's very low. Last year, we had 7,450 active listings, and I would say that we have about 30% less, okay? So 4,205 listings are active. And then when you compare that to 2016, okay, we have dropped more than half, okay, of the listings that we had in 2016 for February. So we are at a very low point in inventory for single family homes. This is an excellent report. If you wanted to check back 10 years, you can always go to customize and then select your time frame, 10 years. That's the most that you can check in Matrix, and then click on generate. And how were we 10 years ago? So we're going to see now in 2011 for February, we had 10,811 listings. So truly in the last 10 years, right now, we are at the lowest point we could be, which of course means that it is a seller's market in Miami-Dade County. I think that it's a seller's market nationwide for single family homes, okay? So you guys can always print this, or you can export it in a CSV file, which is a spreadsheet, by selecting export as a CSV, or you can go ahead and click on print here, and you can print it, or you can email it to a customer, okay? Now, if you wanna go back and switch the county, select search, and then you can select Broward County, for example, and the numbers aren't better in Broward County. We're going to select generate, and we're going to see again the chart reflecting how we are at the lowest point in the last 10 years. And then data, we're going to see that in Broward County, we have less listings available, 3,731 active listings for single family homes. If you wanted to check condos, we're going to select search and then simply select condo right here, and then select Miami-Dade County and then click on generate. And how is the condo market doing as far as inventory? Okay, see how easy it is to run your stats? So it's a different experience, right? I mean, we don't have that sharp decrease in inventory. We do have a small little decrease over here. So, you know, between January and February, or between January 2020 and January 2021, we have decreased in our inventory for condos. You're going to see here data, and looking at both years, 2021 is starting off to be at a lower inventory count than 2020. Okay. Now let's go here and click on search, and then you can switch to a particular building if you'd like. You can switch to a particular zip code if you like, or you can switch to a different county, okay? We're gonna go back and click on search, and we're going to now select single family home, okay? Click on presets, and we want to do sales by year. That's the number of sales, all right? Let's click on generate. And we're going to see here in the data that we're looking at 2020 because 2021 has just begun, right? So if you want to see 2021 here, we're going to select customize and then year to date 2021 and click on generate. Now take a look. The volume of sales in 2021. In January, we sold more than we did in January of 2020. In February of this year, we sold more than we did in February of 2020. And then, of course, we're still in the middle of March, so numbers aren't ready for March. So it's looking good so far. We started off selling more properties this year than what we did last year. And then you can always compare with the previous years. That's the volume of sales in Matrix for Miami-Dade County single family homes. And once again, like I said, you can click on search and you can always select a different property type or in a different location, okay? Let's go back to presets and then also study the sales price trend, which of course goes after the sales price. Let's stick to single family homes in Miami-Dade County and click on generate. And we're going to see a sharp increase over the last 10 years in pricing. And you're seeing here a slight decrease, okay? There's a slight decrease here. So I'm interested in seeing what's going on. Let's click on data and let's take a look. We have 464,000 for January of 2021, and we have 450,000 for February of 2021. So we have a decrease here month to month. You have right over here another example of price going up. We have 304, 329, 345, 374, and 464. So prices are definitely climbing. And once again in February, 319, 333, 340, 369, and 450. My rule is that if we don't see an entire year, 12 months of underperforming from the previous year, then we cannot safely say that our prices are starting to go down. All right, so we really have no signs of prices going down yet. So we'll wait out the rest of 2021 to, figure if prices are actually on a downtrend. Okay. So that is your stats. You can run stats for price ranges. You have list price square feet ratios. You have historical sales price trend. You got original price versus sold price. You have sales price versus list price ratios. You also can open up customize and go to the static here and see that you have other reports that you can do. So you have months of inventory. Let's see how many months of inventory we have in Miami-Dade County today. So months of inventory, let's leave the past 5 years and click on generate. And we're gonna see a number that's gonna give us the months of inventory. So let's click on data. All right, and currently in Miami-Dade County, there are 4 months of inventory. So anywhere under 6 months of inventory is categorized as a seller's market. Above 9 months of inventory is known as a buyer's market. And then in between 6 and 9 is more of an average or a leveled off market, okay? So we have a seller's market through and through in Miami-Dade County. This is just a little preview of your stats section in Matrix. So please make sure you visit and you run your stats section. Let me quickly take you to market reports right here. This is another part of our Matrix stats that you can run. However, this is going to be for agent production and office production and also ranking reports. This is another part of our market stats with Matrix class, and you're going to be able to run your own production report or a market share report for your office. You can run an office production and inventory report, or you can run ranking reports. Okay. I don't have any production in Matrix as an instructor, so I wouldn't be able to run this. However, you guys will be able to come here, click on agent production, and then put in a date range, put in your agent ID, and run your own report. Okay. I'm not going to be showing you other agents' productions because I can simply just put in a license number there and figure it out. But just I invite you to come here and do it. What I do want to show you, for example, is if I wanted to run the production for a particular office, you can click here on agent production, put in a year's date range. You can rank by total volume and then put in the office ID. So if you put in the office ID here, then you're going to see who the top selling agents are for that particular office by clicking on generate report. Okay. I'm going to cancel out of this, and I do want to show you a ranking report because a ranking report is not going to, I'm not going to focus on any particular agent. However, I'm going to focus on the top agents in a particular city or area. So for example, we're going to go back here to start date, and I'm going to go back exactly 1 year. Okay. So we're going to go to March 15th of last year. All right, so going back to March 15th of last year, we're going back exactly 1 year. Transaction type, sales or rent, we're gonna go sales. We're gonna group by agent first and then by office. Let's click on agent, and then right here, total volume, and let's see the top 25 agents. in Miami-Dade County. Okay, you can go by city if you like. All right, we're just gonna go in Miami-Dade County. Who are my top selling agents in the county? So once the report is generated, you will be able to see who the top selling agents are in the county and their numbers as well in this report. While we wait for this report, because it is taking a little long, let's go back and let's also generate the top offices. So we're gonna group them now by office, and I'm actually going to select here, say Miami Beach. Let's go with Miami Beach here, and then let's generate that report. Okay, so here's the report for the top agents. Okay, and it's the top 25 agents in Miami-Dade County. And what you do have is the number of listing transactions, sold transactions, the number of transactions, and the volume of price. So we have $384 million of sales within the last year for this Oren Alexander, and at an average price of $9.6 million, and that is 1.09 market share, okay, percent of the market. And then we're followed by Julian Johnston and others, okay? This is for top agents in Miami-Dade County for single family homes. Let's close that out, and here's your top offices ranked. And you have Coldwell Banker Realty, then followed by Douglas Elliman and others, okay? You get to see their volume of sales, their average price, and the market share. Great, great reports that you guys can run. It's inside of Market Reports, okay? Now, let's go back to my matrix and let's talk about Market Watch and then Hot Sheet. A Market Watch is very simple. This allows you to tap into the market and see what's going on in the last 24 hours. In today's session, the last 3 days or 7 days. You're gonna click on reset here, like I am, and I reset my Market Watch to original. We have property types, single family home. You got residential land, residential income. You have all your property types. So for single family home or condo, it says that in the last 24 hours, there has been 240 new listings with 145 listings back on the market, 102 price decreases, 45 increases, and 240 active with contracts. We have 40 cancellations. We have 138 closed sales. So if you wanted to see what's going on, you can click on the closed sales, and they're going to tell you in the entire MLS all your closed sales in the last 24 hours. Okay. Now for your Market Watch, generally what you like to do is just leave it like this. It's not meant for you to personalize it. You're going to personalize Market Watch in another area called Hot Sheets. Now, if you wanted to adjust your Market Watch, you can always click on Customize. And you can say, all right, I'm only interested in single family homes in Miami-Dade County. All right, we don't want to see Broward or Palm Beach. We're going to go ahead and select single family homes, Miami-Dade County, click on Save. Now my Market Watch is different. It says in the last 24 hours, we have 28 new listings in Miami-Dade County. So here are the 28 new listings. So indeed, you can customize your Market Watch if you'd like. All right, so you can click on Customize and you can select any search criteria that you'd like to customize. But what I do want to show you is that you could leave it basically like this, reset, okay? This is so you can get a snapshot of everything going on in the MLS in the last 24 hours. Now, to do a more personal Market Watch, those are called Hot Sheets. You're gonna notice my Hot Sheets, how they have 450 Alton Road, you have Palm and Hibiscus Island, you have zip code 33156, and Coral Gables Homes. I'm going to click on Customize, okay? We're going to click on Customize, and we're going to add a new hot sheet. Now, if I click on Restore, and I click on OK, now my hot sheets are gone, and I have the default hot sheets from Matrix. I'm going to remove my hot sheets simply by clicking on Delete, and then OK, Delete, and then will delete all the hot sheets inside of Matrix. I invite you to delete your hot sheets because you can always restore them to original setting. Okay, leave it blank. Now it's time to add a new hot sheet. So let's click on add. We're going to call this Coral Gables single family homes. All right, so let's go Coral Gables. And then let's call this SF, all right, homes. And then click on save. All right, so I am someone who farms the Coral Gables area for single family homes. We're creating a hot sheet for Coral Gables single family homes. Let's click on edit criteria. And then what would we like to see in our hot sheet? So for example, any coming soon listings, any new listings, any back on market, price decrease. Perhaps you want to see canceled listings, closed listings, and maybe you want to see expired listings, okay? And then, of course, this is going to be for the city of Coral Gables, so select city, and then let's go ahead and proceed with city of Coral Gables and save. That's pretty much all you need to do. Click on save, and we now have a hot sheet for the city of Coral Gables. Let's add another one. Let's click on add, and let's say I farm the condo building 50 Biscayne Boulevard. So I'm going to put in 50, and let's put in here Biscayne Boulevard. All right, and then click on save. Now we have 50 Biscayne Boulevard. We're going to click on edit. Once again, I want to see coming soon, new, back on market, price decrease. Let's go with active with contract, canceled, closed, and then expired. Okay. Now for the address, you're going to put in over here 50. And then over here in the street, we're going to put in Biscayne. And then it is in Miami-Dade County. So let's select Miami-Dade County. And then click on save. Okay, well, now we have another one here for 50 Biscayne. Okay, one more. Let's click on add. And then let's call this Palm and Hibiscus Island. So let's go Palm and Hibiscus Island. Okay, and the reason why I want to show you Palm and Hibiscus Island is because we're going to show you how to draw a shape around Palm and Hibiscus Island for your hot sheet. So you click on edit criteria, and I want to see all the different statuses once again, okay? And then I want to go draw right here, map search. We're going to draw here on the map, and we're going to locate on this map where Palm and Hibiscus Island is in Miami Beach. I know that these are the two islands that I'm talking about. So we're going to draw a polygon like this around Palm and Hibiscus Island, okay? Now you're gonna go ahead and click on OK down here, okay? Here's the map area, it is selected, all right? Single family home only for property type and save. All right, folks, we are now done with our hot sheets. Take a look. I went ahead and I created 3 hot sheets. Coral Gables single family homes, 50 Biscayne Boulevard, and Palm and Hibiscus Island. So do we have any activity going back 3 days, 7 days? You can do up to 30 days in custom if you'd like, all right, or in the last 24 hours. So keep in mind today's Monday, yesterday was Sunday, so let's see if we do have any activity in Coral Gables in the last 24 hours. So we have, 6 transactions. We have an active listing. So went from temporary off the market to active, active with contract to active with contract to active, and then another active, and then we do have a closed sale. So 1 closed sale entered in the last 24 hours, and 5 other active listings that are back on the market or new. Okay, let's go back to the hot sheet. And if you wanted to see the last 30 days, all you need to do is click on custom, and then click on Coral Gables, and then you want to select a date range. So it allows you to go back 30 days. So the most I can go back to is February 13. I click on OK. And then in Coral Gables, we have 263 transactions in the last 30 days. If I go back to hot sheets, all right, and I want to do this for Palm and Hibiscus Island, once again, you do this custom, okay? Click on Palm and Hibiscus, open here, go back to the 13th of February, hit OK, hit run, and in the last 30 days in Palm and Hibiscus, 19 transactions, okay? Canceled, active, price increase, active with contract, close sale, close sale, close sale, close sale, okay? So hot sheets allows you to stay on top of your market and see what's going on in the last 24 hours up to 30 days. And that is going to wrap up our Matrix 301 session. Thank you all for being Miami members and for attending today's course. Thank you, Maggie, once again. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Stay safe.